We that squad, we that legacy, we that squad, we that family, we that, we that, we that, we that, we that, we that. Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? This is Naomi, the mom, the head of We That Family. And I just wanted to come through and just kind of give you the flow of everything that I'm thinking in my head that I want to do everything in. So we decided that Sundays are going to be our family days for the We That Family. We'll incorporate everybody in together because it's 6 of us individually. Monday is Monday, mommy. Monday, Monday, mommy. Monday, Monday, mommy. But I'll probably still do the We Dat Family intro in the beginning because that's what I am. I'm part of the We Dat Family. And you are too. Welcome to our channel. As my daughter likes to say, you guys are you know what I'm saying, subbies. Subscribers, subbies. And Tuesday is Amarria. Amarria goes on Tuesday. Wednesday, Deja goes. Thursday, Mario goes. Friday, Ayana goes. And Saturday, George goes. Now, they're all going to do their own thing. They'll collaborate with each other. They'll do different pranks, whatever. So have you. We'll all collaborate on each other's days and things like that. But I kind of want to give them their own personal space to do what they want to do with the channel. And of course, we look to you guys to tell us whether or not you rather see us all together or whether you're okay with everybody having their own individuality on the channel. Now, some of them have their own pages, but at my request, I asked them to do everything singly on our channel for a little while. And then, you know, after a while, you know, when everybody kind of gets to know us, we'll break off and we'll do something else. So I just wanted to kind of just, you know, fill you guys in, kind of talk about the family a little bit, and then let you know what's coming up next. So I am, of course, a mom of 5, which that's the reason why we're that family. I'm a single parent. I, you know, was raised up in a single family home, ended up being a single parent myself. So not saying that I wasn't new to it. I was kind of already familiar with the single parenting home, the single parent home. My father passed away when he was younger. Now my single parenting situation is a slight bit different. We'll talk about that another time. So I had my first child at 16, went straight to work. I tell my kids this all the time. When I had a child at 16, I went to work. I paid for Pampers. I paid for daycare. I paid for formula. I paid for everything by myself. My mom only helped me if she opted to. You know, only thing she really did was provide a roof over her head, and I was still giving her money, even after I was taking care of my child. You know, just to kind of, you know, it's a gratefulness when somebody, like, you know, here you are, you're still a child, and now you're with a child. But I was a responsible child. So I had Ayana at 16. 2 years later, I went to Job Corps and found out that I was pregnant yet again with my son, George. At this point in time, I was 19. So now I'm 19, 2 babies. Yes, I still worked, just so I can support my kids. And then I had Deja when I was about 23. No, I'm lying. I had Deja when I was 21. I had Deja when I was 21. I had Mario when I was 22, and I had Amarria when I was 23. About the time I was 22, I was married. I was married to the 2 younger ones' father, Mario and Amarria. So, I mean, things happen. Do I wish I followed the biblical way to have my kids? Yes, of course I do. I wish I followed the biblical way of doing things, you know, so that I was right in the eyes of God, you know. And I grew up that way. I grew up in church. So I knew better, but I just didn't follow just didn't follow that route. I mean, I'm grateful that I had the experience. I'm so humbled by it. You know, being a mom of 5. A lot of people say I'm crazy. They say it's a lot. They say I don't know how, you do 5 kids. I only have 1. I don't know how you do 5. But it's really simple. It's very easy because at the end of the day, like, I love my kids. Like, if anybody who knows me can tell you the one thing for sure, 2 things for certain: Naomi loves her kids. I've done everything, with or without. And I never forced anybody to play a part that they didn't want to play. If the fathers wanted to be involved, they were more than welcome. If they did not, then who am I to force somebody to be another human's, parent, All I knew was that I had to be a parent. I had to be a mom. I carried the seed, I helped create the seed, and I knew that it was my responsibility to make sure that my children, no matter what, were absolutely good. So that's what I did. So I've worked since before I was 16. That's only because I ran up a phone bill at like 15, calling some line, and my mom made me in the summertime pay for that bill. And I was like, man, and I worked hard that summer too. I think I made like $1,500, and I think the bill was like 12. So I think I had like 300 left. But man, I could have imagined having all that money to myself at 15. But they say a hard head makes a soft tail, and I think I suffered the consequences. I'm giving my mom all that money on that phone bill. So at any rate, so I am a happy parent. I am a proud parent. I don't think there's nothing better than parenthood. If you're not ready to be a parent, then wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. You know what I'm saying? If I could have waited a little longer, I would have. But, it was destined for me to have 5 kids. They're all healthy. They're all wonderful. They're all beautiful inside and out. Even though they get on my nerves sometimes, really on my nerves sometimes, like, smacking my nerves back and forth. But I still love them. No matter how much they hurt me. But I mean, that's family, period, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna always be P's and Q's all the time. There are gonna be moments that somebody's gonna make you just wanna, Of course we don't do it, but sometimes it makes you wanna. Sometimes, but you love them at the end of the day. What else? So, I wanted to do the YouTube channel because right now we're on a quarantine and we can't go nowhere anyway. So why not, develop a channel that me and my kids can bond even closer on. We're close now. But even in like the practice versions of things, we laugh, and it showed me that, it can be a lot strong. Our bond can be a lot stronger than what it is. I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel forever. Like, if I could have made the channel like a couple years ago, I probably would have. But procrastination is my worst enemy. And I just procrastinated all the time. I'd watch, different channels, and, on different channels, they're like, start, get it out there, do your thing, go do it, run, grab it, grasp it, it's yours, you can take it. And I just ignored the call, I ignored the fact that, I just felt like I feel like I'm pulled this way. Whether, it's God's way, saying, this is where I want you to go, or whether, you know, like I said, you know, it's that I want a closer bond with the kids on a different outlook, different platform. My kids they all have great personalities. And they're all silly, they're all goofy, you know, they all run and chase each other up and down and all kinds of stuff. But, you know, as a unit, we really operate so well together. Why not, you know, share that? You know what I'm saying? I always, you know, growing into my family, because I had to grow up myself before I grew a family. I had to grow before I could grow a family. When I started growing into my family, I started, you know, noticing, you know, what I lacked. You know, I started noticing what I did, you know, and the things that I was doing that was causing my family to stop right where it was, and we couldn't grow any further than where I was at, you know. But now that everybody's getting older, like, it's so much more fun, you know what I'm saying? That everybody's in teenage stages almost. Amarria will be 13 in September, so everybody will be a teenager this year. So I have no babies. Well, not yet. You know, G babies, you know what I'm talking about, you know, the grandbaby stuff. But, you know, you learn, like, you know, as a single parent, I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? I bumped my head, I bruised, I bled, tears, and I struggled, you know, not you know, not monetarily, because I was always a worker. I've always worked all my life. And even if I needed a little help from the government, it wasn't something that I stayed on. Like right now, we don't get food stamps, and we don't get anything from the government. So even right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? You know, we might get the help that we needed for the moment, but then I'm willing to get off of it as soon as we get the help. It is very temporary for me. I don't want to go months and years with it, you know, I'd rather not. That's just me personally. You know, people who need the help, get the help. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. There's things in place for people who need the help for a reason. Me personally, I didn't want to stay on it because, you know, I'm a willing body. I can get up in the morning, I can put my shoes on, I can comb my hair, I can brush my teeth, I can walk, I can talk, I can drive, I can go to work. There's no problem with that. And I've worked in all kinds of different fields. I've worked in retail, I've done fast food, I've done administrative assistant, you know, I've done all kinds of things, you know, for work, just to make sure things, you know, evened up to what we need to even it up to. And sometimes I took on 2 jobs. You know, at one point in time I had 3. Anything that was gonna get me and my family where we needed to go, I was more than willing to chase the dollar. Holler for the dollar. I'd holler for the dollar. So I mean, that's pretty much my starting point. I can't wait. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to do this, you know. And I laid down last night and I was like, and literally, and I can't even say last night because I was up until like 2 o'clock in the morning, just thinking about things, you know, just looking at, you know, just the base videos that we were making. I was just thinking about things, and I just, you know, I was like, God, you know, if this is where you want me to go, I'm going. Okay. I'm not no holier than thou type female. You know, however, you know, I love God. I think he's awesome. I think he's amazing. I think he's great. You know, there's nothing like him. And that's the way my upbringing was, you know. But there is a difference between knowing your parent God or your grandparents' God, or knowing your, you know, your role model's God, and knowing your God, the God that you feel within yourself. And I'm willing to take the family on a new journey, on a trip. And I hope that, you know, you guys would want to join, you know what I'm saying, our family. You know, all is welcome. you know, white, black, purple, pink, gray, you know, polka dot, you know, plaid. Hey, come on aboard, you know what I'm saying? We welcome all family members here. You know, me growing up in a single family home, you know, sometimes, you know, when you're in a family, some people feel displacing. And I was in one of those families where I felt displacing all the time. However, that was more me. It was an acceptance thing for me. I had to accept me before anybody else could accept me. And when I learned to love me, oh man, when I learned to love myself, honey, let me tell you, when you learn to love yourself, it's a totally different ball game. It changes the atmosphere on everything when you drop all things and you learn to love yourself. That's how it happens, and that's how it goes, and it's so amazing after that. So I am going to end my little video. Mommy's Monday. Mommy Monday. Maybe I get my own little theme song, but then again, I want to stay with the We Dat family, so we'll see. We'll see how everything pans out or whatever. So, Mommy Monday, We Dat family. I'm signing out.